Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to another episode of Gold Panning Fever, number 203, where we're going to be going through some Ortiz Paydirt. One of my moderators and one of my longtime Patreon members, Josh Ortiz. So give me a second to catch up on chat. I do see there have been a couple people here, and all right, Ortiz is here. Well, that's good. Hopefully you'll stick around, Josh. I appreciate you being here. Weezen, thanks for being here and being a mod. And I think I saw PA. There you are. PA Patriot, thank you for being here and being a mod as well. I'm guessing, are you still out with the dredge or are you back home now, PA? Dorothy Richardson, thank you for being here. Mentally Corrupted, thank you as always for being here, brother. Jeffrey Button, how's it going, man? Stephen LeBlanc, thank you for being here. And I know it's pretty late for you, so thank you for being here. Trying to get past all. Liz, thank you for being here. Those left behind, thank you as well. As my chat moves up and down and I'm trying to catch everyone. So, but I think that was it. Dib Dibberson. What's up, Dib? I had to move your pan, but it is still behind me. So the pan is still behind me. I have to find a place for it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to have to find a spot for it. Jeff, how's it going? Jason, Jay Bird, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show, my man. Alan Curie, how's it going? Annie Stevens, how are you? Thank you for joining the show. I need to get some more of that 1 gram and 2 gram Paydirt, Annie. Brian, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Steven Single-Handed Jewelry and More. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let me pop out chat because it's starting to confuse me. I need to pop it out so that I can go look at my ugly mug on OBS. So there we go. Get everything set up for the night. There we go. I can turn it to live chat. So there we go. So I can keep up with chat a little bit better. Dale, how's it going, my man? How you been doing? Sean Cleveland, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. All right, I think Jeff lurking is good. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that's here. Knights 880, how's it going, my man? Hopefully you've been doing well. Hopefully everyone's been doing well. I don't know why it blocked that, but SRIP63, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. John Gear, how's it going? Is Shane here? Oh, Shane, there you go, Shane. A lot of times I can't see the people's names and I have to look at when other people are saying hi to somebody. But Shane, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that's here tonight. Like I said, we're going to be going through some Ortiz Paydirt. I got this a long time ago. Last year, I think Gold Spot was rated $100 when I got this. So this has increased $20 since I got it. So gold is going up about $1 a day pretty much nowadays. So I think it was at like 108 like a month ago. So this sat on my shelf and only gained like $5 or $6 in a year. And now it's gone up another $12. So not too bad. Surviving. Oh, that's good. That's pretty much all we can do these days, honestly, you know. Mike from the Gold Vlog, how's it going? When's the new video dropping, Mike? I said I might have hinted. I might have just hinted a wee bit about some big news you'll be dropping in an upcoming vlog episode. So hopefully that vlog doesn't take like a year to come out. So but appreciate you being here as always. Not looking at chat. Why aren't you looking at chat? That's the most important thing to be looking at. Yeah, and gold is just going absolutely crazy. It's just, I've got a video that I'm going to, I was thinking about a video. I was talking to my really sweet friend Liz the other day about something. I don't want to say what it was though, but I was talking about something with the price of gold and something else. And it really made me think. And today I went, and one of the things I love doing is crunching numbers. So I crunched a whole bunch of numbers. I was using all kinds of spreadsheets, all kinds of apps. And I did some research on gold. And I really want to do a video about it. So even though it's not on my schedule, I'm going to try to pump out a video about the gold price and some really odd and decent news about gold and why you should buy gold right now. So, but I have to put that video out. It's pretty soon. The office tour soon? That's not what I was talking about. You know that's not what I'm talking about, Mike. I'm talking about wee bags. Annie Stevens, thank you. Oh, that's awesome, Annie. Brad Thompson, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone here. Tim Evans, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Nightbot, thank you for being here. Yeah, this September, this is there's only been a few Septembers since 2010. I looked them all up. Since 2010 to 2024, statistically, September is always a horrible month for gold. August is typically a really good month for gold, and then it kind of drops in September. And this year is just the exact opposite. It's 12.5%. That's incredible. So yeah. Does it involve revaluing of gold in Fort Knox? No, it's about your own, why somebody should be buying gold. It's a video about why you should be buying gold now, and stuff like that. So, but I'm going to put it out. I'm going to shoot it because it doesn't take, I don't have to buy anything. I can shoot the video just chit-chatting with lots of spreadsheets on the thing. I just have to design the spreadsheets and make them so I can put them on a screen, and then we'll have it. So I know. Well, I know they are, Mike. I know they are, but you said you were going to do a vlog about it. I just want to know when the vlog is. So, and it's going to, the whole video is just going to be math, and everyone knows I love doing math with gold and stuff. So the video will be based on bullion, not placer gold. So, or placer gold, whatever you want to call it. Or Paydirt or anything like that. It will be based on bullion, but it was a weird observation I met. So gold will be revalued. Oh yeah. Smart money is buying up. Yeah, everyone's buying it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like if you look at other countries, you can Google, like just pick a country and Google how much gold have they bought since January, and it's in the tons. Every country is buying tons and tons of gold because they know the more gold they buy, the dollar goes down. The more the dollar goes down, the more gold goes up. The more they buy, gold goes up. It's just, it's kind of like when you hear people, manipulating the stock market by saying something, to get it to go up. Same way when Elon Musk wanted Dogecoin to go up, and he said that Tesla would start accepting Dogecoin, and price of Doge went sky high. He sold all his Dogecoin and then said, nah, maybe we won't allow Dogecoin at Tesla, so, and yes, Liz is more than a friend there. Yeah. Oh, Brad, that sucks. That's probably one of the worst things to ever break is your fridge. Because it never breaks when you're like, man, I haven't grocery shopped in 2 weeks. I'm down to like a head of lettuce and, an old jar of mayonnaise. It never breaks then. It'll break like after you've stuffed it full of steaks and, ground meat and chicken and all kinds of food. Then you're like, oh, wow, fridge broke. And now my food's bad. So. Because you guys is going, oh, yeah, it's the only way we're going to ever, that we could possibly get out of our current deficit, and it's going up $1 trillion. Just the, I looked, what is it? Something like we pay like $1 billion in interest a day on our debt, something like that, something crazy number. So the only way we can ever get out of that is to revalue gold. But the only problem is you have to revalue something that's there. And I think people might be surprised that Fort Knox probably not. It doesn't have too much gold in it anymore. So that's probably been long pilfered. So, but yeah, all right. So enough about pilfered gold and stuff like that. We're going to go do some panning. What are we going to, Josh Ortiz. Josh, do you remember how long I've been sitting on this? It's been over a year. Like I said, gold spot was, if I remember right, what was it? $101 even, I think. I think it was right at $101. I paid $125 for this last year. So, seller's got to make some money. I paid, I think, $1 trillion every 100 days. Yeah, it's just, the interest is just killing us. That's what's killing the United States, is just the interest on the debt. If we could get debt free for just a day, if we just got rid of our debt, then all that money we would save not having a debt, we could use to spend like they spend like crazy. They could go start buying some hammers and toilets and stuff like that again, and $1 million toilets. So it's just crazy. I got to watch the dollar fall. Yeah, I mean, if you look, you can see like, dollar goes down, gold goes up. I mean, they're like, you have to put a multiplier. I think it's something like 4x. Like if you do the dip of dollar and 4x the rise of gold, they match up. So, yeah.
You get your birthday Paydirt. So I did get on my birthday Paydirt, and if anyone knows, I didn't shoot a birthday Paydirt video. It is still over here. It's on my shelves of wonder. I am shooting that video. It will be out this Saturday instead, just for my birthday. I got behind with my birthday week, and to shoot the video, I had to shoot it on my birthday, and I didn't want to shoot video on my birthday. I wanted to pan on my birthday, and I did do some panning, but I didn't want to pan out and shoot a video on my birthday. So that video is going to come out. I start shooting tomorrow, a couple videos tomorrow. So birthday Paydirt will come out this Saturday. I'm still going to enjoy it just as much if it was my birthday, because at my age, you get the whole month. That's the way it works. When you turn over 50, you get the entire month. So Congress needs to the Dave Ramsey workshop. Dave Ramsey. I've got a friend of mine building a website based on Dave Ramsey, and I've read about, I think, in the last 6 months, I think I read about 1,000 articles from Dave Ramsey. Some articles are smart, some you gotta wonder about. But all right, Josh Ortiz Paydirt. Let's shrink down the ugly mug. Let's get to do some panning, and we could talk more about everything. A lot of European countries will be following suit as they rearm in anticipation of war. Yeah. I don't think that will happen, but I think Russia's getting their butt kicked enough. So. Oh, you'll pan it on your. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Annie. I knew. See, that's the one thing I love about everyone in chat. They're always so willing to take my Paydirt, my gold, and pan it up themselves. Dude, you're always in Mexico. You should just move there, Wesley. Just move all your printers over to Mexico, be on the beach printing up stuff. Thank you very much, David. It's still an ugly mug, but some people like blue cheese, some people don't. I saw something in chat, now I'm totally missed it. What did PA say? Oh, yeah, smash that thumb button. All right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. I'm not David. All right, shrink down the ugly mug, and we're going to do some panning. There we go. There's the pan, the never seasoned pan. And all right, now we can make the ugly mug go bye-bye. There we go. Flash. All right, so we're going to move some stuff around, let y'all enjoy chat while I get everything set up. Let me open up chat again. I got to get it on my tablet, move some microphone, put some gloves on, all the usual stuff. Make sure it's not frozen. Just making sure it wasn't frozen. Didn't see anything moving, so. Your big 50, there you go. It only gets better after you turn 50. Mostly for your doctors and them prescribing you lots of medications, but some things do get better. Your medicine cabinet gets a whole bunch more medicines in it. All right, gloves, everything. Dump out the Ortiz Paydirt. Now I wrote in the thumbnail that this is from Arizona, and I'm like 90% sure this is from Arizona. But much like my face, which is like blue cheese, my mind is like Swiss cheese and has lots of holes in it. So it might actually be California material, but it looks like Arizona Paydirt. So it looks like Arizona. I'm gonna go with Arizona. It smells like Arizona Paydirt, so I'm going with Arizona still. All right, where's my tablet? Let's open up chat on my tablet so I can keep up with all of y'all. All right, I apologize if I missed anything in live chat. Trying to get stuff done. It's a 10-inch pan. I use a 10-inch pan for all my panning. I used to use a 10-inch pan because this pan, the Martin 4-stage, comes in a 2-pack in most cases. It's a better deal. I think the single pan is like $14 and the 2-pan is like $20, so it's a better deal. So I use a 10-inch, and then I used to use a 14-inch as my catch pan, but it's really a tight fit in this sink, so I just kind of switched to just a pan. Bear prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Like I was telling Annie, need to see some of those 1 grams up there and those 2 grams. But y'all are killing it with those ROIs, man. So don't raise your prices. Just bring in more Paydirt. Y'all need to go out there and start prospecting some more. Yeah, I love bear prospecting. I recommend it on Patreon probably at least once a week. So, all right, let's start panning. Now, again, here we go. It looks like some good old it looks like AZ Paydirt. It really does. It's got that reddish hue to it. So, but not going to classify it down or anything. You can see there's some bigger cobbles in here, so we'll have to be a little careful when we're panning. Make sure, if anyone knows, my one weakness with Paydirt is +10 material. It is the one area that if I can pan out, if I pan out 4 different classifications of dirt and they all have the same amount of gold in them, the odds are if I miss something, it will be in the +10. I tend to try to move rocks too quickly or cobbles too quickly, so it always makes panning a little bit. And I put fresh water in here just to get all this stuff. Already seeing all the floaters, so. Well, that's good. Hopefully you're finding good gold. Like I said, y'all have, I really enjoy y'all's Paydirt, so. I need to. The last time I saw y'all had 1 grams and 2 grams, I made the mistake of recommending it on my Patreon, so everyone bought it up before I could grab one. So, but I did buy a couple of y'all small bags for my giveaways, your little $25 bags. So, all right. So hopefully everyone's been enjoying. Hopefully everyone's been finding good gold. Because if you're prospecting, you're finding gold. You're just making money at this point. Every day it's being worth more. Unless you're PA. PA is probably just, you know. PA is just running around with his dredge on the ground, you know. Using it as a vacuum to clean his trailer and his truck. Let's see. Did we get any gold? I thought I saw a piece of gold. So there's some gold in here. You got some small gold in here too. So I'll have to be a little careful because, you know, I don't want too much of this to go into the Tuesday tailings. But good amount of black sands too. So might take a little while to pan out. We'll have to see. Which I don't mind. Tonight I don't have my kids, so I can pan a little longer today. Yeah. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of Paydirt sellers are running out of stock. It's a lot harder to keep gold Paydirt in stock when gold keeps going up every day. I've had people that wanted to sell me gold. I give them a price, and then the next, you know, then they realize if they just wait another 2 or 3 days, I'll have to give them a new price. And then I'll give them the new price. Then they say, well, why don't I wait another couple days? So it just keeps on going and keeps on going. So. Well, I've already decided it's Arizona Paydirt. At this point, it's AZ Paydirt. It probably is Sacramento Paydirt. Or it's a mix. I don't even remember when I bought this. I mean, I know it's been sitting on my shelf forever. And if you would have had a sticker, it would have probably been on my my other shelves, my non-panning shelf, but you didn't have a sticker, so I figure eventually you'll sell more with the sticker, so. Was having some issues with it staying primed. Ah, that sucks. When I went to Alabama Gold Camp, we were having the dredge I had there was just the same thing. It was just driving me absolutely bonkers. You'd run it for 10 minutes and boom, you'd have to sit there. And it was a 4-inch dredge, so it was a pain in the butt. What do you have? I think, if I remember right, don't you have like a 2-inch dredge or is it a 3-inch? Yeah, you got a 2-inch, don't you, PA? Just need to spray some of that engine starter in there. That'll keep it primed. Yeah, see, we know where we know where your priorities are. 15-hour smoked brisket. It won't prime. Oh well, let's get back to the brisket. Yeah, gold is crazy. I'm having a hard time, getting gold in. I'm having a hard time finding people to sell gold. Paydirt prices are going crazy. If gold keeps going the way it is, my reviews are going to have to drastically change next year. I'm just going to have to do a lot of serious hunting. Like right now, I can kind of go to my bookmarks and find a decent Paydirt, but I'm going to have to next year, if gold is this crazy, I'm going to have to find people that forgot to update their websites, and I can snag a bag or two and, broadcast it before they realize and raise their prices. So that's one of the problems with stickers. They cost so much money. It's that's why I always did so I don't know if most people know, but all my Paydirts that I've ever made were always stickers. Well, not stickers, were always hand stamps. So I always had, I was just, because it's $30. I could get a hand stamp made for $30 and it'll last me a lifetime. I could keep stamping with ink, and anytime I wanted to make my own Paydirt, I figured if I got stickers made, it'd cost me $50 or $60 because, no one wants to make less than 100 stickers, and I'm only selling 10 bags of Paydirt. So for $30, I could get a hand stamp made, and if I ever want to make Paydirt again, I can do it. So, but yeah, stickers are crazy. Yeah, you got to be running a screen on a dredge. Yeah, I heard too, PA, that if you're on too much gold, it'll jack up your machine. So what you got to do is you got to take half the gold you find and send it to me, and then it'll make your dredge work better. And if it doesn't, then you got to send me more gold. I know. I wish last time I'd have seen PA, I would have been able to stick around more. I just wasn't sure. It was the first meeting they ever had there, so I was kind of unsure. You never know when they do, like a first of anything. So it was the first Freedom Fest. So I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. But I had my son with me too, which always makes things different. So considering I don't sell that much, I don't really need stickers. Yeah, I mean, if you send me your design, Ortiz, I will make you a template. I can make you a template if you just tell me what you want and what's on it and stuff like that. I can always do that for you. And then you just go to one of those ones where they're having a special, like you get 10 stickers for, $1. Like Sticker Mule. I think Sticker Mule always has that 10 for $1 shipped. You'll get spammed by them for the rest of your life, but what else you gonna do? But yeah, I'll make you a logo if you want. I don't mind. Might take me a month to do it, but I'll get around to it eventually. I was having a nice brisket. Why has everyone got brisket but me? I don't know about this. I think people need to start sending me briskets instead of Paydirt. Mm. But then again, I don't have a smoker and I don't have a grill, and I barely know how to cook anything. I wouldn't know how to cook a brisket, but so if you're gonna send me a brisket, make sure it's fully cooked. So, oh, and by the way, if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link, I totally forgot. If you drop, I'm dropping the hidden link tonight. I am doing a wheel. So whoever wins tonight will get a chance on the wheel for one of 50 prizes. So, whole bunch of good prizes on there. So if one of the mods wants to drop the link, all you have to do is leave one comment. Leave a comment on the hidden video. I totally blanked out when you typed that, Bear. I was like, what's it going to send him a short? I was like, what's a short? I'm on YouTube and short just totally went past me. Oh. I will take hot sauce. I like hot sauce. My son loves hot sauce too, so. What's up again, Steven? Thank you for joining the show again. David Danderan, how's it going? Yeah, blanket hi to everyone. Yeah, it gets too hard. They need to make a way where you can just click one button and it says hi to everybody. They keep doing all these weird things like, the rankings and everything else. I mean, just make it so you can say hi to everybody. Like you just click a button and it's, you can see everyone and you can, have a little drop down. Yes, say hi to them, say hi to them. What's up, John, my man? How's it been going? I need to, I was looking up your sticker, the bottle I put your Paydirt on. I guess it was a little bit too early, had a little bit too much Earl in it. So the sticker's starting to peel off. So I was looking at it today. I was like, I'm going to have to put some tape on it or super glue it down. But thank you very much. I appreciate that, Wrench. When's your next Whatnot auction? Oh yeah, your buddy, your buddy from Whatnot probably doesn't like me too much. I talked to him for like an hour, and he almost had me convinced to be doing Whatnot full time. I mean, he was that close to convincing me. That dude's a good salesman, but I don't think I told him I might think about starting him in October, but it would only be like 2 days a week because it could only be on the Tuesdays after my kids when I don't have my kids. But it might not even be October. I think I might look at stuff for next year. With gold prices going so high, it's just so risky, I can't afford if I put up a 1 gram nugget and it sells for $80, I got to sell 10 more just to break even. So I don't know. I liked Whatnot and I enjoyed the show. It was fun doing the show, but I don't know yet. Oh no, I'm fine with the sticker. I just have to, because it's whatever new sticker I'll get, it'll fall off the bottle too. I just need to super glue it on there or wrap it in some clear tape or something. When I got the bottle, I mean, the bottle was oily and I kind of just like cleaned it a little bit. I should have known better and just, did a good degreasing on it, but it's good. I just need to patch it up so it doesn't fall off one day and I lose the sticker. So. You definitely have to read the room and have the people in there for the big stuff. Yeah. I mean, wouldn't be, anything near what Mike puts on. But, even then, even the small stuff, if you put up a quarter grammer, that's $30. You get somebody that bids $5 and wins it. The profit margins are pretty small, especially with I guess it's like 6% fees plus, the other fees. So. I don't know. It's something I look at. I did enjoy doing the show, though, so. June 2026. Yeah, it's going to definitely, I mean, the way it's going, it has to hit 4K. I mean, it just, unless something major happens, I mean, something catastrophic, like somebody dropping a nuke on somebody, I just can't see gold not hitting 4K, by around the end of the year or something. So Smitty and I chat a bit. It's rough sometimes. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if I was like Mike and I had a swimming pool full of gold nuggets I swam around in every night, then, maybe I'd be like, yeah, you could take that chance. But me, I have one bad day and I'm. Hey Brian, I know I have them on my spreadsheet. So I have them on my spreadsheet that I do for my daily ROIs, but I don't want to put him on there just because I've never reviewed him. And he's on my list because when I do my secret shoppers, I already have all my Paydirts planned out for the year. So I know what to get, what secret shopper, where to get it from. And for someone like an eBay sellers tend to come and go a lot quicker than somebody. Like if somebody builds a website, they're going to stick around for at least 6 months, 9 months. eBay sellers, you can, I could buy it. It takes me like a month to get to, and then they're closed up, Because there's been quite a few wild, I think it was it Wild Bill or something? There's been quite a few Paydirt sellers where what they do is they're just Paydirt buyers. They're like me and you and everybody else, and then they accumulate 2 ounces of gold, and instead of selling it to somebody, they just make Paydirt, sell it on eBay, and once they run out, they're done and they never come back. So, but I definitely need to check them out a little bit closer. I'm gonna write a note in a second for that. Work called. Man, come on, man, you need to just tell them. You're like the Scrooge McDuck that's not a Scrooge, but just, you got gold nuggets in there. That's what I always think. Whenever I always think, yeah, Mike's over there with his swimming pool, just swimming around in his nuggets. Like, which ones? Whichever ones fall into my pocket today, that's which ones will bring on whatnot. One of these days I'll get up there and you'll have to give me a tour, that's not like on the vlog. If the rate does a couple points, it'll hit 4K. I mean, I think it's going to hit 4K just at the rate it's going. I mean, it's not going down. Like, it's just every weekend it goes up like a buck or two, then it stays around the same, and then it goes up a buck or two during the weekend. It's just, there's nothing I can see happening that will drop the price unless it's something, like I said, major. It's just going to keep going up until every country essentially runs out of money to buy gold. That's essentially when gold is going to stop going up, was when nobody keeps buying it. Oh, did Nightbot just say something? But yeah, until countries stop buying gold, because every month, I think that's what they hear, is you'll see something like, oh, Poland just bought 6 tons of gold, so then gold goes up. Then another country says, well, maybe we should buy a whole bunch of gold too. But eventually, every country runs out of money. There's only so much money they can buy gold with. So eventually, you'll stop hearing about countries buying huge amounts of gold, and I think that'll steady gold there, It's just right now, everyone's buying gold, so office tour for sure, yeah. I want to see the safe tour. I want to see the hidden safe, Not even turn my back when you spin the dials. I thought for sure when you said you were going to go get a new office, I was like, oh, he should go get an old bank. Go get an old bank so you could have that giant vault and just spin the wheel, keep all the Paydirt in there, and just, I'm pretty sure there's not that many banks available at any one time, but probably not too cheap. I'm going to buy a bunch of geese and hope one of them lays a golden egg. Cockatoo Birdman, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Gold will come down just in time for the water wars. Yep. Rock Solid Passion, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show, brother. Appreciate it. Revalued at 20K an ounce. What is it right now? Is it 35? Isn't it 35 bucks an ounce? What it's currently valued at? The main problem though is to revalue it, they have to prove it's there. And I mean, there's a couple ways. Like we are holding a ton for a lot for Germany. We're holding a ton of gold for Germany and Italy. And there's a couple countries that we have mass amounts of gold supposedly at Fort Knox. So they could always show off that gold and say, "Oh, that's the United States gold," because it's not marked, which country it's for. And they could say, "Oh, this is all United States gold." But what? You don't keep a lot in the office? I know. That's why I said you should have got like a bank vault, But again, I know they're just not like a empty bank around every corner. Hey, you want to rent this old vault out for, $1,000 a month? Oh, they're going to 100%. It's the only way this country can get out of the hole. As the dollar keeps going down, eventually we're going to get to the point where you either devalue the dollar so much that they have to start printing out $1 million banknotes, which they do not want. I mean, no president wants to be the president that has to say, "Hey, we're printing up $10,000 bills so people can buy a loaf of bread." The only way they have out of it is to revalue the gold. And then take all that money, take a huge chunk of the debt off and say, "Hey, look, we're going to, we just made $40 trillion. We're going to pay off $20 trillion of the debt. And then we're going to spend the other $20 trillion on some crazy stuff that we shouldn't be spending the money on, but that's what they'll do." And, $1 million toilets and gold plating the streets of Washington or something like that, but then it'll bring the dollar back up, back to $1. And then they can say, "Oh, I paid off half the debt." We also paved all the streets in gold, but we paid off half the debt, 34 or 43 an ounce. Yeah, I thought it was 34 because I thought it was right around $35. I thought it was $34 an ounce. So 37.68 on Gold Cow. Yeah. Well, no, we were talking about, I don't know, Brian. We were talking about what the U.S. government values all the gold in Fort Knox. They valued it at a certain price. I think it was $34. So if they reevaluated all the gold in Fort Knox that's supposed to be here, and there's a big supposed to be, so, but again, they can only do that if the gold is there. And you always have to wonder about that because, it hasn't been audited since, I think, Nixon or something like that. I mean, you got to wonder when you're not auditing stuff, people tend to walk away, like, "Oh, Bill's got a limp, doesn't he? Yeah, Bill has a limp once a week on Friday. Yeah, but he's got that bum leg. It keeps setting off the metal detector every time he leaves." Yeah. But at least he's got a nice car. He's driving a Maybach. Jeffrey Button. Yeah, they could waste it on me too. I'd be happy, Like, come pave my street gold. I'll be out there chipping a little bit up. Getting my little bit, Yeah, they will never. No, they won't. Like I said, the only way, one, I don't think the gold's there. There's a reason. Anytime the government doesn't do an audit of something, it's because it's either not there. Otherwise, they'd be showing it off all the time. Yeah, the only way they could show that the gold is there is because obviously they're not going to be dumb enough to spend other countries' gold. Like if there was, 1 million bars in there and half of them belong to Germany, they'll take the U.S. ones and, sell them off and, send them to Contra and all these other, foreign countries that we're secretly trying to help or do something with. But then they'll say like, "Oh yeah, all this gold here, the other half of it is the U.S." But yeah, they're not going to actually say it. Are you saying the government may not be honest? Yeah. They've been known. The federal government has been known to lie a little bit. Especially when it helps them out. So. Yeah, but never sure that. Yeah. They'll just say it's there and they'll just pay off the debt. And, no other country. It's the one good thing about, like saying, since there's the legend that there's, whatever it is, 1 million tons of gold in Fort Knox, no country is going to be able to say, "Hey, I need proof of it," And even if they spent all of Germany's gold, because I do know this year, I believe it was I believe it actually was Germany. It might have been the UK though. Did request a big shipment of the gold that they had stored in UK, Fort Knox back, and they did get it back. So there is obviously gold there. They didn't spend everything, because I know one of the countries, it was either Germany or UK, asked for a large portion of their gold that we were holding back, and we did send it back to them. So just about every word out of their mouths. Yeah, I mean it's just it's politicians are nothing but lawyers, and what's the saying? If they open their mouth, then it's a lie. So I tell people all the time, like, if you think about it, if you're a politician, like if you're any other job, if you're an electrician, if you're a carpenter, if you get fired, there's other jobs you can find. You can say, okay, let me go, I can go be a line cook or something else like that. Politicians, once they get certain pay, they put their kids in private school, they do other things, but they have really zero talent. I mean, they have no real job skills. So if you're a politician making $250,000 a year, you're spending $250,000 a year. If you get out of office, you got nothing you can do, except for maybe be a lobbyist, but you have to have been a good politician. So they have to stay in office. So they get good at lying to stay in office. So the smart money is buying before the reevaluation. Yeah. It just depends on when it is. So I do think it's going to be coming sooner than later, just by the fact that they stopped talking about Fort Knox, because they were talking all about Fort Knox for a while, and I think they realized, hey, we don't need to do that. We just need to just change the price. So, and I think next year at some point it'll become very obvious how high the deficit is getting. Like, they won't be able to fudge numbers. Other countries will be able to show that our deficit is X amount, and they'll have to do something. So. We should commandeer other countries' gold to pay their portion of UN. Yeah. Well, sometimes it's better to sell gold so you can buy more gold, Yeah. So. Since gold is just going up and up, if you bought an ounce of gold when it was $1,000, if you sell it today for 3,700, you made $2,750. So you could still then just turn around and buy another ounce, and you didn't lose any money. You actually made money. So that 1 ounce that you bought today is only cost you in reality $1,000 still. So. HD, what's up, brother? Work got you busy? Yeah. There's a reason that conversation went away, because if they kept talking about looking, there was always a chance that there wouldn't be anything there. There was always a chance that, people would, nowadays people love conspiracy theories. So, if they would have went there and audited, you would have had people saying, oh, look at the glint on that gold. That's not real gold. That's, plated gold. I could tell by how, it sounded. And it would just left them open to too many conspiracy theories, where if they just say it's there, nobody can really disprove anything. It's easier to just say it's there, But you never know. If they do show it, it's going to be like a really bad AI. That's the one thing I love about the government. This term is just like the horrible AI stuff they put out. It's just like, they'll put out a really bad AI video of, someone walking to Fort Knox with, like, 2 fingers and 3 eyeballs. Look at all the gold in Fort Knox. Brewers Prospecting, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Give me 1 second, let me grab my coffee. Ugh. Gonna be a good time. I wasn't invited. I don't know how good of a time it's gonna be if I'm not there. 120K per ounce. Is that really? Would we need that? Would it have to be that high? How much gold is supposed to be in Fort Knox? I'm gonna have to see. Now I'm gonna have to do math when I get off of here. Donna, have you been lurking this whole time? Thank you for joining the show, Donna, and you're way too kind to me. Thank you for joining the show as always, Donna. My favorite mod. Fox Rider, how's it going, my man? I did email you back. I do need your address. And, you know, I told you my brain is Swiss cheese. If you'd have heard earlier in the show. But I got it all packaged up. Yeah. Hey, Dina, how are you? Thank you for joining the show. CM Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And thank you, Donna, for dropping the hidden link. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you click on the link that says win a chance to spin the wheel and win one of 50 prizes. Go to that video, leave a comment. At the end of the show, I will be pulling one name. And by the way, this is not sponsored by YouTube or any of its affiliates, it's 100% by me. But I'll be pulling one name, and then you will get to spin the wheel. And I've got 50 different prizes. Well, not 50 different prizes, but I got 50 prizes. And you can win one of them. So... Yep, U.S. holds about 300 million ounces total, half in Fort Knox, 37 trillion divided by 300 million. Man, you did the math for me. I just told you I was going to go do the math on it later. That was going to be my dessert later tonight is my brain. You know my brain is like Swiss cheese, and I need a math equation every night to keep those holes from getting bigger. And now I'm going to be dumber. Thank you very much, Wes. I'm going to be dumber now because you did the math for me. That's crazy. But we don't, like I said, we don't need to pay off the whole deficit. That's the problem. See, they just need to pay more than they. So over the next 4 years, the deficit's supposed to go up like another $6 trillion. So if it goes up $6 trillion, they only have to pay off like 7 or 8. You know, that's all they have to do. And like I said, they could just blow the rest on whatever they want, you know, and they'll still come out looking dandy. You know, that's just the way the government works. You know, it's like, if they do it and they say, hey, we could pay off $25 million of the debt, 25 trillion of the debt, they're not going to do it. They're going to say, hey, look, we only upped it 6. Why don't we just pay off 7 and, you know, gold plate the every one of the cars. And I happen to know a guy that does gold plating. He'll be happy to do the job. No bid required. Joey Brown, how's it going? Strip63, thank you again for joining the show. So you just want to be holding as much gold as possible. Yeah, my birthday was Saturday. Last Saturday was my birthday. Nobody sent me any cake. Nobody. So, I didn't get fatter. That's the one good thing. I'm only slightly obese. But if y'all would have sent me some cake for my birthday... Man, you just see, I was going to double check you. Now you're just double checking yourself, Wesley. We can't be friends anymore, Wesley. 123,333. So whether we know they're not going to go that high. I think, like you said, I think they're going to reevaluate it at some crazy price because they're going to say over the next 20 years, gold will go up to that, you know. Mike, thank you very much. Mike, you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate that. And I know somebody right before you tipped and I missed it and I apologize, but thank you very much. David Stocks, thank you very much and happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, it's my whole month, this whole month. I'm at the age, once you get over 50, you get the entire month. So I'm celebrating for the whole month. I still got 7 more days to celebrate. Like I said, I've got some, hopefully, I haven't gotten a shipping notification from my recent whatnot purchase, so I'm hoping it gets here. But Saturday, I am going to be shooting what I consider my birthday present, a battle between 3 Australian Paydirts. And then next Tuesday, I'll be panning out some more Australian Paydirt. Maybe I might be panning out some of the red Paydirt from Gold Nugget Sales if it gets here in time. If not, it'll just go on my shelf of wonder. So, which I won't be complaining about. Oh, I forgot to dump this out. I just added more Paydirt to it. So, birthday steak dinner. Yeah, I just bought steaks yesterday too. So, I was and I don't know why. Usually I'm not a big steak person. I'm really not. They're just too pricey. And I was at the store the other day and I saw some really nice ribeyes. And I was like, man, those are nice. I'm like, do I really want to spend that much money? And then I was just like, well, I'm just going to buy them anyway and just, you know, not think about it. You know, they'll probably sit in my freezer for a month before I thaw them out for me and my son. So, or I'll do steak salad for me and Lisa. Now you need to get, I can't see this. A smoker? I don't even have a grill. Influencing the influence. Yeah, ribeyes are expensive. That's why I said usually it was just because they were really, really nice. So thank you very much, Dorothy. I appreciate that. So thank you very much for popping in, Annie. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, I actually I had some thin ribeyes that I usually cook for my son. But then I saw these other ones and I was like, well, these would be nice. And the woman I just started dating, Liz, has a grill. So, you know, I could bring them to her house and she could grill them because I can't use a grill. Get a pellets. Everyone's, why are y'all trying to spend? I just spent all my money on the steaks. I can't afford the smoker and the grill now. That's why I'm dating Liz. She's already got the grill. And yeah, Annie and Bear, thank y'all very much for popping in. Remember, 1 gram, 2 grams. Get them in stock. Yeah, that's why I like the thin ribeyes because they're really good for pan cooking. You can pan cook them cook before your house gets all smoky and, you know. Gonna smoke a brisket. That's all everyone was talking about tonight is briskets. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this water is getting nasty. It's going to be harder to do the final cleanup with this water, so. But we're finding gold. I know I haven't been showing it up, but we got some decent bit of black sands here, so I should probably start panning a little faster. Start going. Don't do that because I won't use it. I'm not a huge fan of grilling. I'm too old to be learning new tricks. Tomcat Josh, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I don't want beef. I go to the local. Oh my gosh, I can't see the chat. Go to local beef farm. Yeah. Yeah, they had a guy here for a while at the farmer's market. They used to have some good prices, but then he blew up his prices. And they used to have a butcher around here too, but he moved, and I don't know where he moved to. I'll have to go look him up. Give me 1 second. uh, Texting. Yes, I'm just texting away right now, so don't y'all worry. Just watch the dirty water for a second. Local Mexican grocery. There's one around the corner from me. There's a Mexican grocery store around the corner from me, but they never have anything in it. I think it's just a front personally because they have nothing in it. Every time I go there, I'm like, I mean, they have like a couple bags of rice and that's it. Maybe a couple soda pops, but almost nothing. Everyone needs. I don't even know if I've ever had smoked brisket. I don't really go to too many like barbecue places or stuff like that. I mean, there's one right around the corner from me, Lone Star. Oh, Ortiz. It's from Arizona. It doesn't have to be good as long as I don't have to grill it. That's the whole point. I don't want to grill it. If somebody else grills it, I'm okay. I will make all the sides. That's it. I will make the sides. I will make the coleslaw and everything else. I just need you to grill it. See, that's why, in this way, this saves everyone some money. So y'all should tip instead of doing the GoFundMe because, see, Liz is going to do the grilling. So she has the grill. I don't need a grill. I just need for the sides now. Y'all tipped me enough for the steak, but now I need sides. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. If one of the mods want to drop the hidden link. Oh, somebody just did. HD. Well, there you go. HD, read my mind. But again, make sure you go leave a comment on the hidden video. We're trying something new. We're going to just be doing the hidden wheel for Tuesday live shows, where you can win one of 50 prizes, or there's 50 prizes on the wheel. You can win one of them. Again, this is not sponsored by YouTube. It's or its affiliates. So they have a few meat markets around here that are pretty good. Got my benzo. It's been a while since I've panned out some benzo. I need to hit up Benzo and see if I can get a bag from him. Because I have a JP up on my shelf with a gram in it. But I need to hit up Benzo. Since he changed his name, I can't remember his channel ever. Like, I will see it. I will see he's doing a live show, and then I'll be like, oh, who is this? And then like the next day, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was Benzo. I had a good steak in a restaurant. No, I stopped. I will not buy a steak in a restaurant. I just won't do it. It's just 90% of the time, like, I forgot where we went. I mean, this is probably 10 years ago, maybe. I went to a restaurant and I ordered something. I forgot. And they brought out like a prime rib, which is still, I like prime rib too, but it was just like, I'd order like a ribeye. And I'm like, can you not tell the difference between the two? And they're like, this is it. And I was like, nope, it's not. And they're like, this is it. And I'm like, no, it's not. And they had to go back and they were like, come back and, 20 minutes later, oh, yeah, it's not it. It's going to take another, 25 minutes to cook it. And I'm like, no, just give me the, what you gave me already. But yeah, most of the time it's not good meat. It's very low quality, way too priced. So yeah, Dorothy, I know. I just don't remember just because I'm so used to Benzo. He took too long to change his name. I mean, I was only gold Paydirt reviews for what, like 2 years, 3 years before I changed my name, and I didn't have many subscribers. So, but yeah, I need to hit him up to get a 1 gram bag of Paydirt for my shelf, since I already have some JP. No, Carl, I haven't seen Carl. I saw somebody say hi, Carl, once in chat, but I haven't seen him. I saw your post on Facebook because I saw him. He looked good. The man looked good, didn't he? I was like, this man ain't sick. He needs to come and hang out and chat. But yeah, no. He's obviously got better things to do than come hang out with us. So. Had the same problem with Benzo. Yeah, I mean, I understand why he changed the channel name, but I really don't. But yeah, let me write a note. I need to write a note. I might be silly, but I'm totally awesome. So, all right, let me write a note. I need Benzo Paydirt. So. I'll soon have t-shirts and keychains on my store page. Witch's Brew. Half gram. I'm just saying that, little fairy told me in the future, sellers that have really hard Paydirts that are half gram bags might be needed. Yeah, but I saw your message and I was kind of hoping Carl would pop in again. Tell me he's never won anything. So, oh, and remind me if you send me a text after the show, Brad, I'll tell you secret of gold. I think we had talked about it before. Price on gold. Maybe you'll remember what I'm talking about. But if not, send me a text and ask me about gold. How do you like the new chat ranking system? I've never even looked at it. It's just silliness. Essentially, the first person that comes in, I think, gets it or something. I don't know how it works. It might be whoever tipped the most, I think, now. So, because when it first came out, it was essentially whoever posted first got first place, and then everyone else got the same amount of points. And now I think it's just whoever tips the most, but, nobody knows that, so it doesn't really work. There's so many, they're just copying Twitch instead of being original and think of something. Like I said, it'd be so much better if they made it so like if you clicked a button, it would drop down everyone in chat and you could highlight each one and say hi to all these people. So if there's, like right now we have 60 people in chat. If you just click the button, it would list all 60 and you could click next to them. And then it would just say, HD says hi to, and then the 60 people's name roll off, It'd save you from having to type and all this. You could pick which ones you wanted, which ones you didn't. And I just been talking so much, I messed up my pants. So yeah, well, they changed it. They changed it to it used to be so you get certain points. It used to when they first started it, you got points for every post. So whoever posted the most would get points. So you get like 1 point per post. So that way whoever talked the most would get the most. But then you'd get extra points if you donated. But when they first started it, you only got 1 point for whoever had when they first started it, whoever posted first got 1 point, and everyone the most points you could get was 1. So for the longest time it was broken. Which now that I look at it, it's obviously they've changed it, but I doubt probably out of the 60 people in chat or 59, somebody left. Hopefully they hit the thumbs up before they left. If they didn't, I will hunt you down. I have a specific set of skills. I will hunt you down and find you. Oh, they're back up to 60. Thank you for joining the show again. Yeah. I know that the system is now, but it just doesn't. I mean, I'm never going to notice it, never going to pay attention to it. So, I tell everyone thank you. I'm guessing it's good if you've got like 10,000 people in chat, you can look to make sure you're saying hi. And, it's, for small channels like mine, top fans isn't going to help me any. I see somebody post, that they donated. I can tell them thank you and stuff like that. And I try to say thank you and be kind to everyone in chat. But I guess if you have, 2,500 people in chat, you're not going to know who any of them are, but you can just click the top fans button and say, okay, let me make sure I keep saying hi to these 10 people because they're donating, What birthday year? Oh, I'm a spry 32. 32. 57. I turned 57. Could you imagine it? I look so good for 57, don't I? Too bad my brain is like a 97-year-old, but, still got the looks of a 47-year-old. So. Yeah. Dorothy, yeah, that's what I said. For me, like I said, I understand they're doing it for very big chats. That's it. For me, I say hi to everyone. I try to say hi to every single person in chat at least once. If they ask questions, I try to answer it. But, I only have, like I said, we're back down to 59. Somebody just doesn't like, they're like in and out, in and out. But, I have 59 people in chat. I can keep up with them for most cases. A lot of them are just, lurking and stuff like that. But if you have, 500 people in chat, you might miss a whole bunch. So, well, I know birthday, it's definitely a fire hazard. But I look young. Just tell them I look young. Liz was telling me today how young I look. She said I looked like I was not a day over 25. She did call me obese, though, y'all. Y'all should know that she did call me obese. But I forgave her. Because I am slightly. So, but yeah, I try to say hi. And by the way, if I didn't say hi to you in chat and I missed you, I apologize, but I do thank you for being here, which is why I do giveaways. So if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden link, we'll say it one more time. All you have to do is leave a comment in the hidden link in the hidden video, and you will get a chance. I'll pull one name at the end of the show, and that one name will then get one chance. I will spin the wheel. It has 50 prizes on the wheel, and you can win one of those prizes. All you have to do after I pull your name and you spin the wheel is post something in the live chat, and I will mail it out to you. So, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who knows? Remember Swiss cheese? Swiss cheese. Are you suggesting that she might have been lying, cockatoo? That I don't look? I don't even remember what age I said now. Did I say 32 or 25? The ice cream is pretty good. I got coffee flavored. I always get coffee flavor. I'm pretty predictable about that. So, and yeah, I apologize for last week. It was not me. I did not want it. I don't even like ice cream. But I appreciate it. I was just going to cancel the show, but I didn't have much time to cancel the show. So I was just like, well, I'll just knock together a little banner real quick and let the live show go. So thank you, Dorothy. I really try, I know I do suck at replying to comments in videos. I need to get better at that. It's like I actually have that on my to-do list. Every single week it says, do chat better, be better at answering in live, in videos, comments, and then I still just fail. So it is going to be my New Year's resolution this year that next year I will not let a single comment go unanswered. So I will even go back since the beginning of time and make sure I answer every comment that's ever been left on a video. So why does a sponsored ad keep coming up over the live chat? I had no idea. It doesn't come up on mine. That is crazy. Take a screenshot of it if you can and send it to me. I'd love to see that, Chris, because I have mine set for no ads. I have mine set where I'm supposed to click a button for an ad. and then they're supposed to put ads at the very beginning of their live show. That's it. The only ad that's supposed to be on my YouTube, I mean, they're going to do it anyway because they do what they want. But the only ad that's supposed to be on there is right before the live show. Oh yeah. Jason, thank you very much, Jason. Thank you very much, Jason. So I will have to text you or email you or call you sometime. But I figured a way around Patreon. I figured out a loophole. So I have to tell you about it. And you're perfectly set up for it. I will have to tell you about it. I was going to wait to tell you, but I figured, because I'm not going to change my stuff until January. But I did figure out a loophole. It took me forever. It took me 2 years to figure it out, but I'm not the quickest person. Favorite ice cream flavor? My buttered pecan. I do like buttered pecan. But it has to be like Bluebell, But it's been a while since I've had it. And thank you very much. I'll mark you down for the secret Patreon that never wins. I keep getting ads. That's crazy. In chat or in the live show? Well, if you leave and you come back, it will, because it's the way it's set up is if you leave the show and you come back, it'll show you an ad. Then if you leave and you come back, it'll show you an ad again. But if you stay in, you're only supposed to see an ad at the very beginning. I've had 3 ads pop up since it started. That just sucks. Yeah. And what sucks is I wouldn't mind, I would mind, but if I had it set up to take ads, at least I'd be making money off of y'all. But, that's the whole reason I set it up to only have ads at the very beginning is because I have people that tip. And, to me, that makes up more than the 10 cents that YouTube is going to give me, for putting an ad on. So, but I might have to look through the settings and make sure. I might just turn ads off completely off. But that just sucks, that they essentially make it so you have to do ads. Because if you don't do ads, I don't make money. And then you still see ads anyway. So, which is why I had it. So there is a setup so you can do it where you push a button and it puts ads. And I just never push the button because I'm like, one, I forget about it, Swiss cheese, but, but I'm gonna have to look at it. I might have to, the next time I do a live show, I will have to, so right now, my tablet has me logged in as me. So I don't see anything, but next time I do my live show, I will log in with my other YouTube account and then watch it and see. Right. That really sucks. I'm sorry about that. I hate the ads, especially I can see the ads during a video or something because you can always just, skip back if you miss something or something. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. But, a live show shouldn't have ads because you can miss something and then you got to go back. Then you can't catch up. With a video, if you miss something, you can go back and you'll watch the whole thing. But in a live show, if you skip back 2 minutes, then you're 2 minutes behind for the rest of the live show, which means chat and everything. So it's just, which is why I don't put them in there. YouTube will probably promote you better if you have ads. Well, I don't care about that. Because anyone that knows the community, they know I do a live show and they either like my live shows and join, or they don't like my live show and they don't join, or they don't have time, but they know about it. And, a lot of people just can't make the live shows by my hours, but, some random guy who only watches golf videos might get it. Oh, look, he'll come and hang out for 2 seconds and be like, nope, and leave. So. Become a capitalist, Dylan. Ads are okay. No, ads are bad. I put ads. See, I put ads on my videos, and I try to make that half a cent I will make off of it, and I will cherish that half a penny for the rest of my life. But no, live shows, I just don't like ads in live shows. So, especially since they're cover the whole screen. I just don't understand. YouTube has all these, they do weird stuff like top fans, when they could just do a little scrolling banner at the bottom that would be an ad, And especially with my show, you could be doing all kinds of cool ads like use this beauty cream and look just as good as Dylan does. Is your mind becoming Swiss cheese like Dylan's does? Take this. No. I knew I shouldn't have done that. All right, we're just gonna have to leave everything in the pan. Yeah, get that gold back down. Ah, I still see some. Look at that. I don't want none of this in the Tuesday tailings. Well, anything else that's left in there will go in the Tuesday tailings. So. 57. It shows 58 on mine. I like my number better. It was at 60, but two people seem to not enjoy the show as much. So probably because I can't see the gold, but now y'all can start seeing the gold. So we only have 14 thumbs up. Y'all gotta be kidding me. See, this is why I don't look at this stuff. Y'all will upset me. I might go cry. 44 sounds a little better. All right. I was about to say, maybe I won't do the Wheel of Treasure. Yeah, give y'all a piece of, change all those prizes to coal. Yeah, I'm at 61 now. See, I was complaining. Now I got 61 people in chat. So they're all here to see some gold. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Cripple Creek, Colorado. I was thinking about Colorado today because I was thinking, man, Yukon Alley's looking for a new place to go. She should go over to Klesh's in Colorado and go do some gold mining there. When I click the like button, it stops counting, stopped at 10. Oh, it's not switching. That's the best part. I will. Text me tomorrow. If you text me tomorrow at some random time, text me tomorrow and I'll tell you the details. Yeah, I have a permanent tab open on your new circle. Because it's a lot easier. I just keep the circle open. I'm like, okay, let's see what's new. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Been roasting some telluride ore. Well, there you go. What's up, Imagination to Form? Yeah, it's a much better with those magnets. See, I mean, I love these things. Like we're talking about, like these, and I love these. But once you supersize them, you put some real good magnets in them. They're 10 times better. Like they're literally a workout trying to get some of the black sands out sometimes. So. Yeah, but we almost got all this gold. If I don't keep messing up, I keep. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, YouTube's not going to do anything about it, but I just want to see what it is. I want to see how they're rolling them out. And then it'll also remind me to look at my settings just in case, because I might just see if I can't get rid of all ads during lives. Because like I said, I didn't mind the ad in the very beginning because it's usually just my banner, my thumbnail, because I always wait, because I watch it. So like when I start a live show, I refresh it on my laptop, and then I wait till the ad passes before I start my live show. But I might see if I just get rid of ads altogether and see if the ads still are there. No. Not about every 10 minutes. That junk. So, because I can tell you, I am not making money. My last check from YouTube was pitiful. I mean, absolutely. I think it's the lowest check I've gotten from YouTube in like 4 or 5 years. So, I mean, it might have something to do with that I've been slacking something serious and not putting out videos and just doing live shows, but still. Got another ad. Oh, that sucks. Here, let me see. Let me look right now. Let me see what it's set at. Do 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 do. Like even see on my studio it has, now would be a good time to insert ads. And it's got the little thing, so I should be putting it on. So, but all right, I'm writing a note. I wrote a note to myself to turn off ads for all ads for next week and just see how that goes. So, it's like I said, I would rather no ads. I mean, the first ad I figured probably made me a penny, and just I don't know. I don't even know why I left that one up there. So. Now 52 thumbs up after refresh. Yeah, I never understood that, why it doesn't, like, you can be watching it and the viewer count will go up, but the thumbs up doesn't, you know. Same here. I go to Circle three times a day, see what's new, not being able to do anything. Yeah, it's like I said, there's certain things I keep open in my tabs on my main laptop that I do all my editing and stuff on. And, you know, like I have Patreon open at all times. I have Flower Gold Wizard Circle open at all times. I have YouTube Studio open at all times. Then my email, and then my Gmail, and then my Dylan at Miller Prospecting email open. Those are like the tabs I always have open. Because I know if I close the Circle one, I'll forget it. You know, it'll be like, then I'll have to try to hunt it down and try and find it again. Because I know I have it bookmarked, but I have like 10,000 bookmarks, so you know, doesn't come over the video, just the live chat. That's even worse. I mean, because you could technically keep up with chat. I mean, I don't know which one is worse. You know. All right, let's get rid of these bigger boulders. I'm gonna go get I think my phone. Yeah, my phone is going whack-a-doo. My phone's about ready to be replaced. The battery life, I think last I checked, its battery health was 65%. So it's getting there. If I use it for a few minutes, it's already dead, and it takes hours to recharge. So I have to keep my phone almost always on a charger. So first time, yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard of pop-ups on chat. So I'm gonna have to look. I'm sure they just did some new setting because they're really good at that. Is they'll change, like, if anyone that here is doing videos, they have a new thing now where when you go to post a video, it'll give you 3 titles. So I can post 3 titles and it'll randomly switch between the titles for the video so I can see which title is better. But that makes no sense because that doesn't help you for your next video that's going to have a totally different title, you know, so it's just, I don't know. But they just roll out all kinds of new things and you can't opt in or opt out. So I'm sure they just added some new little button that's like, if you don't click it, ads will show up. So I'll have to find that new button and click it. So that's the only good thing. My phone, I'm pretty good at not dropping my phone and breaking screens. So my phone looks like new. It just acts like a 50-year-old phone. Rocky Mountain, how's it going, my man? Thanks for joining the show. And TM, I don't know if I said hi to you, but thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it as always, my brother. Oh, and now that I was thinking about it, with Flower Gold Wizards paying his Patreon dues, I can afford the sides for that steak. Yeah. Well, I've been meaning to get a phone, and I just kind of, you know, there's just always something else to get, you know. I really don't use my phone that much, so. Oh my gosh. I really don't use my phone that much, so it didn't really, you know. Oh my gosh, I got water on my tablet, and now it's freaking. Oh, just give me 1 second. There we go. No steak sauce. No, no, I do not. I do have steak sauce in my fridge, but it's for like cooking things, you know, like if I was to make meatloaf or something. But yeah, not no. Everyone knows the only thing you put on a good steak is ketchup. They've been who was it? I saw somebody coming out with a new folding phone that looks really good. Like they worked out all the kinks so it doesn't like have chipping and stuff on the edges like it used like the other ones did. So it looked good. I won't get it, but you know, because it's going to cost too much money. I'm working on getting like an iPhone 6 next, so. I'm still using the old BlackBerry. My screen cracked. That was nice though. Yeah, I need to look. See, my bank every once in a while offers like I have to look. I forget what their little policies, but they every once in a while they'll be like, "Oh, sign up for this month for free and get like, you know, free phone stuff." And I need to look and sign up for it, then drop my phone. Yeah. Yeah, some beautiful gold. If I stop trying to get rid of it, put it in the Tuesday tailings, but there you go. Chunkier gold too. Some nice gold. So this will all be going to some Patreon member soon, but I will say next month, Patreon members, not for the $79 crazy tier, but for the prizes for the Paydirt that's going to be prized, for the gold guessing is going to be Australian gold. Since I will have some Australian gold at the end of this month, we'll be using that for next month. So. Not free, probably. No, it's so the bank. I think it's. I forget what it is. It's because what they try to do is they try to get you to move stuff. Like if you open a savings account, and I'll open a savings account. You know, because it happened before. When I first got it, and probably when I first opened the bank, I used it for my phone, but that was like 8 years ago. So there we go. So yeah, some chunky gold. I was surprised because you know I didn't even ask when Ortiz made these what the gold was like. So. I mean, I doubt they would do anything because my phone's so old. They'll probably just laugh at me, but you know. All right. Now that y'all have seen the pretty gold, you must all suffer the ugly mug. So, where is pan and cam? There we go. So here we go. We'll leave that there. And of course, the gold is always shy. And turns around. So there we go. We'll put it there so you can see the gold. All right. Let me open up chat. Oh, it's got to be bigger than that. Pan and cam. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Nice little bag from Ortiz. It's been sitting on my shelf a while, so that gold is nice and fermented. Worth a lot more money nowadays. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, HD. So yeah, so this Saturday we'll have a new video coming out. It is going to be a Paydirt battle. If you look very closely at the shelf, there's some Paydirts up there. All Australian Paydirts, and I will be doing a battle between these 3 1-gram bags of Paydirt. That video is going to be out Saturday. Sunday, I'm probably going to have a mail call. I'm not going to 100% say I'm going to have a mail call. I'm going to try to, but the battle is the more important video, so Saturday I will do that. Sunday, I will have a Australian mail call for a future Paydirt that might be coming from Australia. And it's from somebody that was in a movie from Australia. Or a famous Australian that made a movie in the 80s, a very popular movie in the 80s, might be coming out with one of the actors in that movie might be coming out with a Paydirt. I'm not going to say who or what, but that video might be coming out Sunday or it'll come out randomly before the end of the month because I need all the Australian gold I can get because I'm going to be using that for my Patreon giveaway. So, 2 dirts enter, 1 dirt leaves. It was so funny. So growing up, my kids, I used to always tell my kids all the time, I'd be like, well, you want to wrestle? 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. And they had no clue what I was talking about. They were just always like, Dad's insane. And I'd always be talking about that. And then we watched the Mad Max movies, and they're like, oh, that's where you got that from. Because they just thought I was insane, but I'd made it up. And I was like, well, I'm still crazy, but I just didn't make it up. So maybe, David, maybe. You'll know from the thumbnail, that's for sure. But yes, maybe. I can tell you the title's going to be, that's not a bag of Paydirt. This is a bag of Paydirt. So I will tell you, it is not the main star of the movie. Don't, I wish I was putting out Paydirt, but it is somebody from the movie. So. That was my favorite. That was my favorite up until I like the new Mad Max movie. I really did like the new one, but the old one I just always loved that. The Thunderdome thing was I always thought was so funny. Yeah. So, but all right. What do we have to do now? Oh, I have to go. Let me go get everything set up so we can do the giveaway. That's what we got to do. I need to keep my mouth quiet and get stuff done. All right, let me go make sure I got the link, which I don't have the link. So there we go. I need to make sure all the comments are going through. It looked like they did because I haven't heard anyone complaining. All right, so yeah, all the comments did go through. So there we go. Let me just paste that there so we are set. All right. But yeah, let's see, I can do it. No, I can't. But there we go. Hidden link. Last warning. Make sure you go leave a comment on the hidden link. I will be pulling one name, and that one name will then get a spin on the magic treasure wheel, and you will win 1 prize. And there's 50 prizes up there on the wheel. And then, you must post, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat saying you're here, so then we can spin the wheel. If you don't, then you don't win. So, Jeff, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Ad number 7. Wow, 7 ads. It's just crazy. I'm gonna have to look. See, I'm gonna write a note because I know you can go back after I think 7 days to see what the ad revenue is. It'll kind of be muddled because they also will mix in the ad revenue for people watching on DVR. But I'm gonna be curious. I'm gonna be curious to just aggravate all my live show people. How much money is YouTube gonna pay me? So, and I'm writing another note to double and triple check to get rid of ads. I guarantee it's something I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at this show. I'm gonna go to start another show, and I guarantee you they just put something in there that you now have to unclick. Like it just automatically starts with ads, and you're gonna have to find something to unclick every time, because I know people like me will just forget about it, and then the ad will run, and they'll be like, haha, by the time he figures it out, it's too late. He's already aggravated all his live show people. So, one name to rule them all. Is that name Miller Prospecting? Yeah. Only left once to comment on the hidden video. Yeah, I never thought about that. I guess when you do leave to go leave on the hidden comment, you're going to have to watch an ad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I will set it. Like I said, I know I used to, it was always set to just have an ad at the beginning of the show. And like I said, I don't put ads on even on my hidden videos. I know some other people that use hidden videos just put an ad on there to get the revenue, but I always don't put an ad on there because, I don't like ads. I know most people don't like ads. I do put them in my videos, but YouTube has said they will put ads in a video if you don't anyway. So I have to put ads in those, but I will make sure for next week. So yeah, I have a note. I have my note, Benzo Paydirt. I should probably put on there his new name. So not the droid you're looking for. So wild gold equals Benzo 1 gram Paydirt. Yeah, I have to like trade them. So because I have a little spot. I have a little spot right here. I need a Paydirt, or a spot right here. I think I need a spot here too. So yeah, because I got 3 bags here and I only have 2 bags here. So I definitely have a spot for a Benzo. So Yeah, that's the worst part. See, I don't understand. Like, so I know, like, that was the benefit of always having YouTube Prime or whatever it is, and you would get YouTube, you'd pay premium price, and there would be no ads. And now they give you ads anyway. It's the same thing with like Amazon. If I get Amazon Prime, now I still get ads. See, it's one of those things where, like, I guarantee you, in like 5 years from now, everyone will be back on Direct TV. You know, because everyone had cable for a while, and then they were like, "Oh, cable sucks," so they all went to Direct TV, and then Direct TV started sucking, so everyone just started doing Netflix and everything else. But now Netflix and all of them are just absolute. You know, they'll raise their price $10 and tell you, "Well, now that you're paying extra, we're only gonna put short ads when you had no ads before." So. Speaking of, I have a Benzo and a Miller bag. Ooh, you should do a battle of the two. No, I know I need to hit up Benzo. Hopefully he'll trade, because it's much better if they trade, because then I don't have to like cough up any money, because I don't like coughing up money. So, I saw some. And Refocus, how's it going, brother? I don't think I said hi to you. Stephen Curry, I don't think I said hi to you as well either. Thank you for being here, and thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all being here. But all right, Liz, thank you for being here. I know she's lurking somewhere, lurking and thinking, lurking and thinking. So, all right, let's go. We're going to have to get rid of the gold. Bye-bye, gold. You're just stuck with the ugly mug now. So, bye-bye to the gold. Let me make sure the window capture is right. All right. So, we can go. Shrink down the ugly mug. And we're going to do the giveaway. Now, again, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat. Oh, yeah, you see my t-shirt? Motley Crue. Got that from Liz. So, for my birthday, that was my birthday present. But, all right, let's shrink down the ugly mug. And then we're going to do a giveaway, if I can remember what I'm doing. Now I'm thinking about birthday presents, and I totally used up all my brain power. All right, there we go. So let's shrink this down. And there we go, to the absolute best website on the interweb, MillerProspecting.com. Top 10 recommended sellers. Gold Nugget sales, #1, has been #1 for as long as I can remember. Vendetta Prospecting, Gold Nugget Man, Bear Prospecting, Gold Baron Paydirt, Brian Thomas Gold, Gold Bay, CarolinaProspectors.net, Flash in the Pan Paydirt, and Brad's Bucket. Those are my top 10. Culver Prospecting and Yukon Alley probably would be on the list, but they never have anything in stock. So I will say there is one new Paydirt that I'm thinking about putting on here, but I don't know who to pull. I might end up pulling Carolina Prospectors as much as I love them, but the fact that their guarantees have the little and sign, so it's approximately. I don't know, but all the good things, my about page, all the reviews, more videos, treasure hunting, sell your gold. If you got any gold to sell, I'm buying. So I need to stockpile, because I'm getting a lot of Patreon members that are crazy and they want gold every month. So, but all right, let's go to YouTube comment picker. Again, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show, and don't wait, because if you wait too long, I'm just not going to have time to spin the wheel. So let's fetch those names, no replies. Good luck to everyone, and thank you very much for joining the live show, hanging out with me, and to pay you for putting up with my ugly mug, now I'm going to give you a prize. So let's see who it is. Pick the winner. 50 comments. Eric4677. That's Eric H. What's up, Eric? He over here lurking, Eric. One of my very long time Patreon members, Eric over here. So now we got to go and wait for a live chat for Eric. So we will go to the wheel so we can look for the prizes while we're waiting for Eric. Let me see if I can open up my chat. I can't do both. All right, so I will look. Hopefully he'll show up, but we'll go through all the prizes that are on the wheel. We'll go through the wheel. So there's a 1/2 ounce silver Cajun bullion hexagon. So it's a 1/2 ounce silver kind of round by Cajun bullion, 1/4 ounce silver round, 5 gram dinosaur silver bar. I have 4 Mexican pesos up there. They're about 10% silver. A 5 ounce copper round. I have 2 Florida goldbacks. I have 5 Miller Prospecting keychain pans. Kind of like that, but they have a keychain. And this one's all rusty. How did this one get so rusty overnight? Poor pan, all rusty. But I have 5 sticker packs up there, and then the rest are all copper rounds. So a whole bunch of copper rounds. So more than likely you're going to win a copper round. But you never know. You might get lucky. You might win a 1/2 ounce silver Cajun bullion. That's what that costs. Like $20 now? What's silver up to? Like 40 bucks an ounce? 20 bucks plus shipping? $25? I must really like my live chat. So, all right, let's see if he has posted yet. He is? There you are, Eric. Always lurking. Thank you very much for that, brother. And thank you for being a longtime Patreon member. I always appreciate that. But all right, let's spin your wheel for you. Now we need to shuffle it some. So we're going to shuffle it up again. A whole bunch. And we're going to pick a prize. And good luck. And Eric, since you're a Patreon member, I don't need your address. I can just ship it right to you. So here we go. Good luck. Win something good. Let's see what it is. What is it? What is it? It's going to be the copper round. Is it copper round? Nothing was good around there. Remove. All right, so you want a 1 ounce copper round. I will send that off to you. No, I will put a new prize on there next week. Probably be a copper round, but every week, every Tuesday, we'll have this wheel. You can win some prizes. I might add a bag of Paydirt on there. I don't know. They get kind of expensive. Right now, half ounce copper round is half ounce silver round is pretty expensive. But congratulations, Eric. I will send that out to you. Thank you for joining the live show. I always appreciate you, brother. So there you go. So again, Saturday, Saturday. Paydirt battle, Australian Paydirt battle. Next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some Australian Paydirt. A really good one, too. So next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some Vogus. And y'all know I love me some Vogus Paydirt. But this one's not going to be that super hard one that Vogus came into live chat and you're not panning very good. So it's his chunky Paydirt. I got one of his bags of chunky Paydirt for the Tuesday show because I didn't want to listen to Vogus complaining about I can't pan fast enough. So I don't think he'll join this live show, but you never know. So, but next Tuesday we're going to be panning out some Vogus Paydirt, which I'm really excited to because I want to know what chunky Australian gold looks like because I think it's going to be pretty small, but it might be big. You never know. So we didn't autograph pan as a gift to win. I'll put that. Well, the only problem is I don't have any. I'll have to look to see if I have some spare pans. So, because they're not expensive to ship. That's the one good thing about a pan is they're not expensive to ship. So, unless it has Trump's face on it. Free is free. That's right. Yeah, I love copper rounds. And I've got some good ones in there. If you win on here, I'll send you one of the good ones. I have the prospector round. So until I run out of the prospector rounds, those are pretty much the ones I'm going to ship out in most cases. So thank you very much. And thank you everyone for letting me know that he posted. I appreciate that. So, but I will add, so next week I will put autograph pans on there for the wheel. Because I know I have a couple underneath my desk. I think I have like 3 or 4. So. Yeah, I love Australian Paydirt. I love the gold, but I will never ever go there. So use that one you never seasoned. No, I'm not sending out a good pan. No, these are like I have some green pans. So I have a lot of SE pans, but I save all my SE pans because they don't make them anymore. I will never get rid of them until I retire this channel. Then I will sell them for 40 or 50 bucks a piece because you cannot get them, and they are the best pans in the world for finding flower gold. So, thank you very much, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Richard, as well. So, yeah, Saturday, Paydirt battle. Sunday, maybe Crocodile Dundee Paydirt. Maybe Sunday. And then next Tuesday, we're panning out some Vogus. We might actually pan out 2 bags of Paydirt. If we can pan out the Vogus, since it's supposed to be chunky, pan out fast. If Mike... Hint, ships out my Whatnot Paydirt because I bought some Australian Paydirt from him on his Whatnot. Make sure you go to Whatnot. You can get some Paydirt from him. I got some Australian Red from him. So if that comes in time, then we'll be panning that out as well because I need all that Aussie gold I can get from my Patreon members. So, but thanks everyone for joining the live show. I really appreciate all of you who joined me. I think we hit all the way up to 61 today, which is very, very awesome. I appreciate all of you. And we'll add some more prizes to the wheel to make it more fun. I missed the wheel, so I'm trying to bring the wheel back as much as possible. The wheel will be on the Tuesday live shows. It will be on my Patreon live shows, things like that. So thank you very much, Alan. You need to get some sleep because I know it is very, very late for you. But thank you all for joining the live show, and hopefully I will see you all next Tuesday. But I'm out of here.